All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday, August 31st, our last day of August. Here we got a small MLB slate, only 4 games. We're gonna go into each and every game like we always do. I'm gonna give you my lean or leans on the games as we talk about them, but all of my final plays, those will live in the pinned comment. So if you do want to fade me, those plays will be in the pinned comment. Another profitable night last night here. We had the Guardians and Twins under, that cashes. The Rays in extra, that cashes. In fact, the Guardians and Twins also went into extra innings. I got a little sweaty there, but nonetheless still cash. And then the Braves and Rockies under, that comes through for us as well. The 2 losses we had, now I'm not going to cry over, a 3-2 night. We made profit. The 2 losses we had could have been wins, but what bet couldn't have been a win, right? But nonetheless, the Phillies, they had a lead going into I believe the 9th inning. That game was going back and forth, home run after home run. Had a lead going in and then blew it. And then the Rangers had the bases juiced late in the game when it was tied 5-5. Bases juiced, one or 0 outs, and they got nothing, left them all on base. So unfortunate there, but like I said, 3-2 night, we're not going to cry over that. Before we do get into the video, I want to talk to you guys about the survivor pool that we have going on for the NFL. It's open right now, completely free to enter. People think that I'm like pulling their leg. No, it's literally free to enter, and I'm paying $100 to the winner. It's a double elimination survivor pool. I'll have a link for that in the description, as well as the pinned comment with the password and the league name and whatnot. You should just be able to use that link and get in right away. The only thing you have to do is create an account on this site and enter, guys. And again, what a survivor pool is, you just pick an NFL team to win that week. You just can't pick the same team twice throughout the season, and it's double elimination. If you get it wrong, you are not out. So guys, join that. It's a chance to win $100 for completely free. I think there's around 50 people in it right now, so really good chance to win. Make sure to check out it. Again, that'll be in the description as well as the pinned comment, but I want a lot of people in there. We'll talk about it throughout the year as we're doing in our NFL videos and everything like that, so make sure to join that, guys. Again, all that information will be in the pinned comment. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 1. Here we got the Tigers taking on the Yankees. Yankees have dominated this matchup in the last couple of years, as well as this series thus far. So far in their last 10 against one another, the Yankees have won 8 of them. This season, we're looking at the Yankees, or so far this series, I should say, the Yankees have won all 3 games, 4-1, 4-2, 6-2. You have Clark Schmidt on the mound for the Yankees, going up against Matt Manning. The only thing that I really find value in this game may be the under. I slightly lean towards the Yankees again, but what are the chances that a Yankees team who has been struggling, it just so happens they're playing good against the Tigers here, right? Has been struggling. Like, what are the chances that they go and win 4 in a row? Not too high in my brain, so I'm probably sticking away from this. I don't really love the Detroit spot, but I don't mind the under 8.5. So if anything's going to be a final play in this game, it's most likely going to be the under in this one. I just don't necessarily trust either one of these offenses here. In their last 10, the Yankees against righties batting 191. The Tigers not much better here, averaging 214 against righties. And if you combine their runs per 9 against right-handed pitchers here, they're only looking at a total of 7 runs. So give me the under 8.5. But again, this is the 4th game of a 4-game series here. Anything can really happen. Detroit is at home here. Then they go to Chicago. I think it's tomorrow. I don't even think they have a day off. The Yankees still on their road trip. They go to face Houston. Both these teams could be looking ahead and kind of trying to cakewalk through this game. Next up, we have Washington hosting Miami here. Washington coming out of losing 2 of 3 against Toronto here. Miami losing 2 against Tampa Bay. Washington has won 6 of their last 4. Like we talked about, I think in the most recent videos here, they were on a little bit of a hot streak. I just don't buy into them all that much. Their last series before Toronto was against Miami. They won 2 of those 3, but I think Miami gets a little bit of revenge here today as Braxton Garrett takes on Adon here. So Adon has been good. 2.6 ERA over his last 5. He's only had 1 game, and it was against the Phillies, so their offense is on fire, right? That kind of skews that number in the wrong direction. Braxton Garrett, though, has been very, very consistent. He's pitching around 6 innings, giving you 2 to 3 earned runs here, and I like his chances over Adon. So give me the give me the Marlins in this one. The only thing I don't love is the fact that we're looking at a price tag here of minus 170-ish. That's way too much to be considering when you're looking at Miami. I'm not going to talk anyone off if they are on Washington Washington today, especially on the run line at -120 for +1.5. I think there's some value there. So while I think Miami might win this game, I don't think it's going to be that high scoring of a game. I don't think they're going to see fireworks in this game. I could totally see this one being like a I don't know, 5-4 type finish. So honestly, secondary lean, which is kind of weird, me leaning Miami on the money line, secondary lean would be Washington to keep this game close on the run line. But as you could tell, if that's where your mental is split in that type of thing, you probably usually stay away from the game. In terms of a total 8.5, like I said, I don't think there's going to be a lot of runs scored. I could see like a 5-4 game here, but that's just barely the over. So it's the slightest of leans towards the over here. Miami's offense has not looked all that great, but I expect them to kind of bounce back in a spot like this. So slight lean towards the over, but I doubt anything in this game becomes a final play. I think these teams are more evenly matched than the odds would suggest, and Miami being -172 over on FanDuel right now just kind of turns me off from it altogether. All right, guys, before we progress with the rest of the slate, I did want to talk to you guys about Outlier, one of my favorite sports betting research tools. Definitely the best in the market right now when it comes to player prop research. We're in the player prop screen right here, and you can see they're gearing up for NFL and NCAA football. It is awesome, guys. I was on a call with one of the founders. His name's also Evan of Outlier yesterday, and he was giving me a little sneak preview of what's to come for the football season. Guys, this stuff is incredible. Like the stuff that they have planned, the graphics, the analysis, the things that they have planned is absolutely groundbreaking, absurd. You can sign up for Outlier, get 7 days free, and then after that, it's $19.99 a month. Definitely one of the most valuable tools on the market right now. I'm on the player prop screen right now. You can go in and analyze player props, look at their last 10, last 20, head-to-head against that team. This season, last season, it's giving you the percentage as they've hit. They even go above and beyond and say, okay, well, he's facing a right-handed batter. How does he face against a righty? How does the pitcher face against a right-handed batter type of thing? The pitcher breakdown, even down to the heat map of each and every pitch that pitcher throws versus that batter, guys. It is a really cool tool. It's not just for props either. They have game trends and everything like that. You can see public versus money in terms of betting. Really, really cool app, guys. Make sure to go check it out. And like I said, they have so much cool stuff planned. I wish I could talk to you guys about it. I have a little bit of beta access, and I've been poking around there too. Like, I'm so excited to release that to you guys and show you guys that. But go sign up for Outlier, guys. Again, 7 days free with the link in the description or the pinned comment. Why wouldn't you just try it out for 7 days? It is a goated tool. I truly mean that. Now let's get back to the second half of the slate. All right, San Diego taking on San Francisco here. We don't know who's on the mound for San Francisco yet. On the mound for San Diego is going to be Avila. He only has a couple starts on this season here. One good one, one bad one. But nonetheless, San Diego coming off losing 2 of 3 against St. Louis. And San Francisco having a decent series against Cincinnati. I wish we jumped on Cincinnati money line yesterday for some seriously good odds, but they win 2 of 3. San Francisco wins 2 of 3 in that series. I do want to wait to see who is pitching for the San Francisco team, because there could be some value at +110, but if they're just going out with one of their relievers starting and they're an opener, I probably do lean towards the Padres. One thing that I could definitely get behind in this spot is going to be the under 8.5. I don't trust really either one of these offenses. Now, you can come down my throat and say, well, the Padres offense, they've given you a floor of about 4 runs for probably a week or so, and that is great, but prior to that, they're just so inconsistent. So I'm going to lean towards the under 8.5 in this spot. Keep an eye on the pinned comment for the final plays. All right, next up, probably the game. What am I saying? Probably the game of the night here. We have the Dodgers taking on the Braves. Dodgers slight underdogs right now. The Braves favored in this one as Spencer Strider gets the start for them. He has been on fire as of late. 1 earned run in his last 3 starts, and in his last 3 starts, 25 strikeouts, which is absolutely crazy. He did pitch against this team back in, I think it was mid-May. 2 earned runs over 6 innings pitched, 11 strikeouts here, but the Dodgers ultimately won that game 8-1. I don't really know who to pick on a side here, guys. I could see both these teams winning, which is absolutely crazy. I get it, but I really do like the over 8 runs. Now, it might be a public play. I could see everybody and their grandma and their ex-girlfriend's grandma being on this over, but 8 runs for 2 hot offenses right now, I just have to see that happening. If you look at this from a whole season perspective too, the Atlanta Braves averaging 5.83 runs per game, runs 4, right? And then the Dodgers averaging 5.66. So there obviously is some sort of a trap factor here, but I don't care, guys. They have to be able to get into double digits or at least 9 runs in this game. 2 elite offenses in the last 10. We know what Atlanta has done, right? But in the last 10 for the Dodgers here, they're batting .321 with almost 9 hits per game and an on-base percentage, stutter there, on-base percentage for .388. And in their last 10 here for the Braves and the Dodgers in terms of runs per 9, 5.3 for the Braves and 6.6 for the Dodgers. I might be slightly leaning towards the Dodgers, but that means that I'm fading Spencer Strider, which is not the best. You do have Lance Lynn on the hump, who has been pretty good. Like, I don't want to necessarily say that he's been bad. He had an okay outing when he was in Chicago against Atlanta earlier in the year as well. So slight lean towards the Dodgers here, but it's hard to fade the Braves, guys. But I really like that over 8. But again, it's probably the chalk play. It's probably the play that, everybody is doing. So maybe the public isn't always right? But nonetheless, guys, that wraps it up for the game picks for today. I did want to talk about the ride of the day, as we did forget to do that in the beginning of the video, but Z-Wiz is probably pumped that we forgot because it did come through as an L. Randy Arozarena, he did have a good game. I think he had 1 hit, 2 RBIs. Which they only scored 3 runs, right? So he had kind of clutched up there, but nonetheless, he had 0 runs, and the ride of the day does not come through. So we had to drop the womp womp on you, Z-Wiz, who's also a baller, so I appreciate that. Shout out to you, my man. If you guys do want to be the ride of the day, all you got to use, just like Z-Wiz did, hashtag ride of the day. Give me a play in the comments, and I'll be jumping on board with one person's pick. You get a shout out in the next video, win or loss. Again, hashtag ride of the day. You get a shout out in the video next video. You get a shout out in the video next video, win or loss, guys. But that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.